Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're here to talk about TLC. You know, TLC, man. I'm gonna tell you guys the TLC, man. TLC had some good matches, but in the end, some of the matches weren't really that good. I think they were 50-50 tonight. That's just what I think. I didn't see the pre-show, but I got the results here for people who haven't seen it, who didn't see it. Buddy Murphy retained the Cruiserweight Championship against Cedric Alexander, and Elias and Bobby Lashley was moved to the pre-show, and Elias won the ladder match with the Qatar. Don't care. The first actual match of the show was the Mixed Match Challenge Finals. The Fabulous Truth versus Alicia Fox, and Jinder Mahal. Winner receives the number 30 spot. Now, obviously, who cared about this match? Honestly, did anyone care about this match? Did any one person in that entire crowd care about this match? I didn't. I didn't care for this match. Why should I care for it? The whole Royal Rumble, is ruined because of the whole thing of them, getting the number 30th entrant. Carmella and R-Truth are both number 30. What stupidity is that? Now, obviously, it sounds more stupid and ridiculous if Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox got that number, but still, it's ridiculous. If these two teams were fighting over a future championship opportunity, maybe I wouldn't have cared that much. But since this was over a Royal Rumble position, I have to complain. R-Truth and Carmella won. I guess I was wrong in my prediction in thinking that Fox and Mahal were going to win. But you know what? That's fine. But I did pick Carmel and R-Truth to win. But you know what? That's cool. I'm okay with them being number 30, then Fox and Mahal. The next match that happened, the second match on the card, was The Bar versus The New Day versus The Usos. This is a fantastic tag team match. It was pretty good as well. Very fast paced, messy, all over the place. And in the end, The Bar got the win. And that was a bit of a surprise because we all saw Ice Shamey, stand tall at the end of the rap battle. So we all kind of thought, The Bar weren't going to win. But you know what? This pretty much tells me one thing. This tells me a lot. This is actually now telling me that it does not matter what happens at the previous shows. That's what I'm starting to realize. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, nothing matters. You just have to try and guess who wins and loses. That's just the way it seems to be now. So The Bar got the victory here. They're still SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin in a TLC match. Braun Strowman did appear. He did show up. And Heath Slater was the referee of this match. And Baron Corbin came out and he's acting all cocky, like he's already won the thing, like he has for the past few weeks. Then Braun Strowman does come out with an arm and a sling, and he says that this match is no. And then he tells Corbin, he says, by the way, this is a no disqualification match. That means anything can happen. Anything is allowed. And I can't get in trouble for it. So anything is legal. So, Apollo Crews, Finn Balor, and Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, and Heath Slater. Heath Slater ended up taking off the referee's shirt and punched Baron Corbin in the face. So all the guys that rebelled or did not like how they were being treated by Baron Corbin. All these guys just beat the crap out of Baron Corbin. Apollo did a frog splash, the Rude Awakening moonsault by Rude and Gable, and Heath Slater delivered a punch, and Finn Balor delivered a coup de grace, and after that, Braun Strowman pins Baron Corbin, and Heath Slater puts the referee shirt back on and delivers the 1-2-3 on Baron Corbin. So Baron Corbin loses the match. Predictable. It was a predictable match. It was a predictable outcome. We all saw that coming. Ruby Riott versus Natalya. This match, you know, wrong woman won. It's basically what I'm going to say here. Wrong person won this match. I don't care about, I don't care if it's for revenge. This pretty much salvages the end of this entire storyline. And I love how the fact that people were so angry. I love the fact that people were so angry that Ruby Riott had a table with Jim the Anvil Neidhart on a table. I love how people were so pissed and so angry about that. But Natalya, she's allowed to have a table with Ruby Riott's picture on it. Yeah, I find that funny. I find it funny that people bitch about small little details because Ruby's being a heel. That is what Ruby was doing. She was being a heel. So Natalya grabs a table that has a Ruby Riott picture on it. So you're telling me that Natalya secretly made a table overnight? She would have grabbed a wooden table and printed out a large Ruby Riott picture overnight? What a joke. This entire tables match was basically over pictures. It was more like a picture tables match. Pick a picture and put a picture on your table. What a joke. Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan got taken out. Ruby Riott single-handedly beat the entire Riott Squad all by herself. Which, I may not be a big fan of the Riott Squad, but to me, that just makes no sense. There is no freaking way. There's no freaking way one person can outlast 3 people all by herself. Liv Morgan got taken out, Sarah got taken out, and this all led to Ruby Riott losing. This all led to Ruby Riott losing, going through the table that had a Ruby Riott picture on it. Buried. Ruby Riott has been buried. Ruby Riott just got buried. Ruby Riott didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve this loss. What the hell did she do wrong to deserve this loss? I mean, seriously, it makes no sense. You're supposed to build people like Ruby Riott up and make them look like a serious threat. Now people aren't going to take Ruby Riott seriously. If she's going to come out, cut promos, and say all this, spew all this stuff, why is she losing? I understand she's a heel, and I understand the storyline. I understand people may say, well, Natalya won because it's revenge. Ruby Riott put Natalya through hell. So what? So what she did? It's better off if Ruby Riott gets the win instead of Natalya. Natalya didn't even need this win. Natalya didn't even need this match. She didn't even need this victory. She didn't need it. It's not going to do anything for Natalya's career. It's not going to boost her up to the Women's Championship division. It's not going to push her up to the next stage. It does nothing for Natalya. So Ruby Riott losing this match made 0 sense. I don't care if you're a fan of Natalya. I don't care if you're someone who just doesn't like Ruby Riott. There's no way you can tell me that this was the perfect ending. This is pretty much the end of the feud now. Where does Ruby Riott go from here? Nowhere. She's still stuck with the Riott Squad. she should be moving on from the Riot Squad. We're heading into 2019 and we've still got the Riot Squad. Yet Absolution was dead as soon as Paige went down with injury. As soon as Paige went down with injury, Absolution was dead. By the way, I actually liked Absolution more than the Riot Squad. And I think it's a joke. I think it's a joke that the Riot Squad has lasted this long. Ruby Riott should have won this match. I don't care if you agree or not. Ruby Riott should have won this match. I'm the type of guy that respects other people's opinions, but I know Ruby Riott should have won this match. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. Another match where the person that loses should have won. Drew McIntyre, he loses here. This is his second defeat on the main roster. Dolph Ziggler interferes in this match. And I know 2 weeks ago I said the exact same thing. You know, Finn Balor interfered and it didn't really hurt Drew McIntyre. But I feel like this one actually puts more of an effect on Drew than anything. Why are you going to build Drew? You have so much potential in Drew McIntyre, a future WWE or Universal Champion. One of those two titles he could hold. But the thing that I don't like is that you go through this effort to make Drew dominant, right? Through the start of the year, you build Drew up as a dominant force. You pair him up with Ziggler. They win the tag team titles. He's helping Dolph out with the Intercontinental Championship. So, now all of a sudden you think it's okay to have him suffer losses now? So, now that he's on his own, he can suffer losses? If this is the guy that you're supposed to be building up for the future and build this guy up to be the next top guy, if that is your plan, if your plan is to build this guy up to be the next top guy, why is he losing? Why is he losing? That's the thing that I'm really confused with here. I know I've been on the back foot on Drew McIntyre losing, saying, oh no, this doesn't really affect him that much. But in reality, I'm thinking like, well, if you're building this guy up, why is he losing? In reality. So, Drew loses a match. Similar fashion, loses again to the similar fashion to what happened with Dolph Ziggler when Finn Balor got involved. It was pretty much the same thing, but with different opponents. First time it was Balor getting involved, Ziggler getting the win, but this time it was Ziggler getting involved and Balor getting the win. Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton. This was a boring match, and third match in a row where the person that lost should have won. Seriously, 3 matches in a row now. 3 matches in a row, the person that lost should have been the real winner. Why in the hell did Rey Mysterio win this match? Can someone tell me why did Rey Mysterio walk away with the victory in this match? It makes no sense. It made Randy Orton look like a dummy. Why turn? Why go through all these turns, heel turns or face turns? Why would you change people only to make them look even dumber? It makes no sense to me. Why does this feud need to continue? This feud doesn't need to continue. Randy Orton should have won and added Rey Mysterio to the list of victims. So Rey Mysterio is not his victim. And by the way, David Otunga was back on commentary on SmackDown's commentary team, which I thought was great. We didn't have to listen to Byron Saxton in his annoying voice. So I will definitely take Otunga more over Saxton. Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax. This match was boring. Ronda Rousey wins, obviously with an armbar. Nia Jax taps out quicker than a quicker than you could run down to a football stadium and kick a football. That's how quick Nia Jax tapped out. She tapped out faster than a footballer running down to kick a goal. Seriously. Then backstage, Nia Jax was attacked by Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch got in her face and punched her in the face and told her to keep my name out of your mouth. And that was great. That was great by Becky Lynch. I hope this doesn't lead to a Becky-Nia feud for WrestleMania, because I think that would be pretty underwhelming. But I feel like that could be the direction they're going. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, though. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. To me, this was a great match. I actually enjoyed this match a lot. This match was very well done. It was very well done. You know, it was a lot of close near falls. And it was a lot of close near falls. And in the end, Daniel Bryan gets the victory by countering a roll-up by AJ Styles. And after a great match, this was actually a very good way to have AJ Styles lose without losing clean. This is a pretty good move by WWE to not have Daniel Bryan beat AJ Styles clean. Maybe they have another match. Maybe Styles and Bryan have another match. To be quite honest with you, I kind of don't want to see AJ Styles have another match. I think it's time that WWE focuses on some newer talent. You know, turn someone face, like turn Joe, or you know, turn Samoa Joe or an Andrade Cien Almas face, and have them challenge for the WWE Championship. I mean, like, SmackDown needs to start turning people face. Like I say it with Raw, I say it with Raw too. They need faces. After what happened with Riot, after what happened in the women's matches on Raw, they need to start focusing on some more. They need to start focusing and get more faces. Same thing with SmackDown now. Now that Daniel Bryan has beaten AJ Styles, they need to find more faces. But it seems like maybe it's possible they're continuing this feud with Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. I kind of hope not, but that could be the direction they are going. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. You know, to be quite honest with you, I actually really didn't care for this match. This match didn't really do anything for me. We may have a new Intercontinental Champion in Dean Ambrose, but to me, the match didn't really do anything. All it solidified is Seth Rollins' title reign is now over, and Dean Ambrose is the new Intercontinental Champion. And lastly, guys, hang on. And lastly, guys, Asuka versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair TLC match. This was a great match. This was brutality all match, and I really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this match. And, well, the one thing that people predicted came true. And I did say this on my previous predictions. It really depends on where these matches are set up. And I said if Ronda's match is before the TLC match, then we may get the interference, and that's exactly what happened. We got the interference with Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey just pushed Becky and Charlotte off the ladder, and Asuka ascended to the top and grabbed the SmackDown Women's Championship. Finally, WWE actually did something right. For once, they did something right. They gave Asuka the championship. Becky and Charlotte are now both pissed at Ronda Rousey for costing them the championship. But I still don't think Becky is going to be involved. I'm not trying to sound mean. I want to see Becky involved in this. I don't want to sound mean. I want to see Becky involved with Ronda Rousey. But I just know Vince McMahon so well. He will pick Charlotte. He'll have Charlotte and Becky. He'll probably, if we're gonna think logically here with the Royal Rumble, if we're gonna use our logical brains here, we could have Becky and Charlotte as the final two in the Royal Rumble, and one of those two could win, and one of them could go face Ronda Rousey. But, you know, I don't know. I honestly do not know. I want to see Becky involved with Ronda, but to me, I just feel like they're not going to do that. That's just my honest opinion. I just don't think they're going to do that. I hope they do. I hope they do put Becky involved. I hope they do place Becky in this feud, because she deserves to be in this feud. She deserves to be in this feud with Ronda and Charlotte, but honestly, I don't know. I don't know. But right now, all that matters right now is that Asuka is the brand new SmackDown Women's Champion. Finally, they have somebody else. Now the question is this: who in the hell is gonna fight Asuka? Who? I know Becky has her rematch. Becky's gonna get her rematch, and she'll most likely lose her championship through her rematch. The Iconics aren't ready. Sonya Deville's not ready. Lana's not ready. Naomi's not ready. Zelina Vega's not ready. And as much as I want to say Mandy Rose, even Mandy Rose is not ready. So you got yourself a dilemma. WWE had now got themselves in a dilemma. Their dilemma is to figure out who is going to challenge Asuka after Becky Lynch. Because I know Becky's going to get her obligated rematch. So it's confusing. It's confusing. So you can't have Charlotte and Becky constantly go after the championship. They're going to be dealing with Ronda. So this is the part where WWE, this is where they need to start building up the new girls that they have on their brand. They need to start building up a Mandy Rose. They need to start building up an Iconics, a Naomi, etc. This is where they need to start building up those people. So it's totally up to WWE at this point. It's this point where WWE need to start creating new stars on the SmackDown Live roster after Becky and Charlotte, because they're going to be dealing with Ronda Rousey. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me for this review. I hope you guys did like it. Hit that thumbs up. Comment your opinions down below on what your thoughts on TLC. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so. Be sure to follow me on my Twitter at PatrickValentine95 or PValentine95. And thank you all so much for joining me. And I'll see you all for my Monday Night Raw review.